Hi, welcome Virgo. This is your Love Scope reading for March 2014. Wild cards really. I think you're working towards. I think next month is really going to give you the bigger picture. I picked today to do the readings because today Venus entered Aquarius, okay? So Venus is all about passion and love and desires and dancing like nobody's watching, kind of. I always think dancing without anybody watching kind of energy when we talk about Venus. And so Venus really doesn't like being in Capricorn because Capricorn does not want to dance like nobody's watching. You know, you got to be prim and proper and put forth the right foot at all times, and I don't think Venus really likes that energy all that much. So we have been going through a lot of growing pains, haven't we? But I think as we are in Aquarius, and I mean it's not going to be like a light switch turning on, it never is when planets move from one sign to the next, but I think as the month develops and going into next month, I think next month is going to be, I can't wait to do it. It's going to be the bigger picture because as I look at your cards going out of the reading, it makes me excited about doing next month's reading because I think next month is going to be all about vision and excitement and passion, and not so much this month. This month we're still working through standing in our truth. And I think that's now to maybe the full moon, okay, because the cards definitely, it's almost like two separate stories here, how they're separated. So I think the full moon will put you on a new path, so you could be feeling that adventure and that excitement a little bit earlier than April. But I think for the most part, I think you're more inspired to know exactly what you want in love and not afraid to go for it. And you might not be feeling grounded in that feeling yet. And I think as you move throughout the month, you will feel very grounded in really standing in your truth and really realizing that it is about you and what you deserve and what you need to stand upon that pedestal and be adored. What is wrong with that? Really, stop putting people in front of you, for goodness sakes, Virgo. It's all about you. Definitely all about you. I got goosebumps just saying that out loud. So, and it might be moving towards a love this month. It might be moving towards a self-love this month. And realizing your beauty. And if you've already realized your inner beauty, then I think you're moving more towards a relationship and whatnot. But if you're not still at that point where you're realizing your beauty and your truth, I think this month is really going to open some doors wide open for you. You know, we have the Four of Pentacles that start the reading. And so this tells me that you have been through so many struggles. And you have learned the lessons. And all the tools you need are right at your feet, ready to move you forward, okay? So the Four of Pentacles really talks to me about you already having everything you need in order to go forward. You've got all the lessons, and maybe you have to rid yourself of some of that hurt still, or look past a relationship that has really brought you down in your self-confidence and your vitality, and realize the lesson in it, and that you know, you made all the right choices in the relationship. We have Judgment, which really tells me that you're going to be standing in your truth. Judgment is, you know, the horns are blaring. Pay attention to those car horns and the alarms going off this month, because, especially the beginning of the month, because it's really Spirit, God, your universe, your angels drawing you into a thought process and trying to get you messages of how, you know, the beauty of who you are is the scales are going to be weighed out, and all that time that you did all this work and went through so many trials and tribulations and moments of needing so much strength and not being able to find the strength. I think you're going to be able to find the strength now to stand in your own truth, to realize that you are a beautiful being going forward, that you are the miracle. Page of Wands, really looking inwardly. really defining who you are as a person and why you should be cherished, why you should be loved. Okay, so if you're in a relationship, I think, you know, you're going to have that honesty with your partner in order to go forward. To say, you know what, this is who I am and this is what I need from you. Yeah, some of you might leave the relationship because of it, and others, your relationship is going to be rock solid hard going forward. You know, if you're interested in somebody, then I think it needs to have an honest evaluation. The Seven of Pentacles. So what are you cultivating? So an honest evaluation, if you're interested in somebody, if they're really giving you that sense of worth that you desire in a relationship. Really putting you up on that pedestal, because they need to. Okay, if they're not doing that, they need to go. Okay, universe is very, very strong about that in their messages to me through these cards. Standing in your truth. It's, you know, having somebody honor you and you honoring you. So is there some last minute weeds you need to pull in order to cultivate that crop? You've tilled the soil. You've planted the seeds. You've watered. You've pulled a whole bunch of weeds, haven't you? And I think going forward, you know, what are you trying to cultivate in a relationship? And I don't think, you know, looking at the people that are single right now and want a relationship, I think it's all about deep honesty with yourself. And you're not into that flirtatious, giggly kind of atmosphere. You're into rock solid moving forward on your path with somebody who you can lean against and that will hold you up high and take your values and they mesh with your values and give you that sense of worth that you really and truly not only desire, but it's owing to you. We have the Judgment card. It's owing to you. The cards are in your hand, your play. The ball is in your park, whatever expression you want to use. Okay? I think regardless of any choices that you make this month, you are going to have a peace of mind about your choices. I think Judgment is going to bring that forward for you. Okay? So really think inwardly on what you're trying to cultivate in your life. Most definitely. We have the Tower. Okay, so you are breaking out. You are the phoenix rising out of the ashes. What a long trip it's been, huh? Standing in your truth. Letting your inner light shine. Look at the flame around you. Okay? Burning away the darkness and the ashes into ashes. You know, the phoenix rising out of the ashes. That's what I see. And that flame is just burning all that negative energy away and really letting you stand in your truth this month. Okay? Let's pull you a romance angel card. It's so hard to do a love scope reading as a general reading. It really is. Not only am I taking your sign into account and messages that you need to receive, but there's usually other players involved, okay? And so every situation is so much different. And yes, there is kind of a general guideline in what Spirit is trying to tell each and every one of you. But depending on the players, each one is so unique and so different. And I really feel that love is such a unique experience. That I find it very hard in a generalized reading. So, and yes, it's so hard because we have the wedding card. Okay, so this situation involves marriage. So I highly doubt that every single one of you Virgos out there are going to be walking up to the altar this month. So here comes the generalized version. Let's see here. What is Spirit going to send me on this one? Okay, so You know, what is it you are looking for your soulmate going forward? Are you in a relationship? Is there an honesty there, a willingness to make changes both on your part and their part in order to have that union and that bond that needs to be there? If it's a person of interest that you've been kind of looking at, chatting online with, talking to, you know, are they really valuing you for who you are? Are they really going to be there to support you when you need them the most? And if it's somebody new coming into your line of vision, do they have what it takes to let you walk and stand in your truth going forward? Well, maybe a couple of you are getting married, but I don't think all of you is. I think it's more of, is the partnerships that you are in or looking towards really going to let you stand in your truth, really be your soulmate? So if you are with somebody, you really need some honest conversation going forward in order to cement it, and make it real, make it the wedding, the dream, that happily ever after. Or is it, you know, you allowing your truth to stand and being the most important thing? Because I really think that you need to do that going forward. So, until next time I see you on YouTube, remember, I love you.